What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pretty Nikki here, and I got another message, obviously. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. I was grieved this past couple of days, but I prayed about it, so I'm not really as grieved. I have never been more disgusted with humanity the way I'm disgusted now. Y'all behavior is atrocious and it is very disgusting. Very disgusting. Like the amount of relationships that are being broken because of a political disagreement. This is why half of y'all can't find love. This is why half of y'all can't find relationships, friendships, whatever it is. If you cannot love a person or a fellow stranger from having a different political view from you, you need to get rid of your wish for unconditional love. Because there's no way that I should be blocked or unfollowed, even though you could anyway, because my point of view was not aligned with yours. Like, it almost disgusts me to see how many relationships and hearts are being broken because the viewpoints don't align with what you thought should have been aligned with. Let me just be very bold and honest with you, and this will kind of piss you off if you feel this way. This political war was not about you. It never was about you. When God does something, it is not really about you. It's what he thinks is best for the earth. It's about you, but it's not about you. It's about you because if we would have got the wrong person in office, judgment would have came upon this nation, America. And God didn't want that. He was tired of crooked people obviously running the office. God has had enough of people running America that have intentionally tried to hurt the United States. He's fed up with that, and to be honest with y'all, because y'all deal with kind of stupidity, because you don't like him, because he allegedly offended you with his racial slurs, you still want somebody crooked in the office, even though you had Joe Biden. You complained about Joe Biden because you wanted him in office because he wasn't Trump. He didn't suit you. Now you want Kamala Harris, the quote-unquote black woman. She's not a black woman, knowing good and well that it would have been an absolute repeat if we would have let her come into the office. And y'all know better. Y'all know better. But because Donald Trump offended your community, you have a problem with him and what he's saying. You got to get over yourself. You got to get over yourself. Like the amount of craziness I'm seeing, these meltdowns. First of all, I'm very aware that these are all demonic manifestations. Like the first video I saw with this girl, she got her hair in a bun. I'm familiar with her. She went totally loco in her car. These demons are very upset that God got the victory in the White House. As I said again, it's not up to you. This is God's will. This is what he wanted for the nation. And I'm fine with it. Period. And especially goes for y'all that's posting in y'all story that I don't care who's president, Jesus is Lord. Well, you should want to align with his purpose. Period. Like, it kind of appalls me how we should not be cutting each other off because my political views are different from yours. That should not be happening. Like, I will not forget, I was watching on Instagram and it was this young lady. She was talking about how she blocked her father. People talking about their family not talking to them. People talking about this and this and that. That is horrible. That is so horrible. Like, how could somebody you love just block you like that? Especially family. If you my child and you block me, don't ever contact me ever again because you will need me. But don't you ever contact me ever again. Like, that's very disrespectful. Y'all are so inconsiderate. You're not caring about the hearts that you're shattering. And I know what y'all gonna say, but you voted for Trump. You voted against my rights. What are you talking about? How is he against your rights? Because he's trying to stop transgenders, biological men. I don't care what surgery they get. They will never be women. How is he against women's rights and he's trying to stop a man dressed as a woman from hurting a woman from hurting a woman? How is he against women's rights and he's trying to keep transgenders out of women's restrooms? Now, obviously, it was on the news that a transgender got jail inmates, female jail inmates, pregnant. Because regardless of what sexual orientation you entertain, everybody knows the natural order of things. There's been gay men that have wanted to have sex with women, as there's been women that have wanted to have sex with gay men. So you know the natural order of things, therefore some of you are still very attracted to women. So he's trying to protect women, but because he's banning abortion, the murder of innocent children, you say that he is not for women. That is a very ignorant and dumb point of view that you have, and it obviously is from lack of thought. Now, if that's not protection from women, I don't know what you call it, but that's protection for women, honestly. And for those of you that are quote unquote blocking people because we're voting against your rights, but you want somebody in the office that's voting against my rights as a Christian. She was in church. A campaign is a campaign. In order for me to win president for election, I have to do a smear campaign on the person that I'm trying to go up against. So what that means is if I got to collect what kind of dirt or lies I need on them to win this election, I'm going to do that. Better yet, if I want to make myself look good because I'm appealing myself to an audience, obviously I'm going to do something that lures your attention so that you can win my vote. So if I'm voting for, I don't know, the LGBT community, obviously I'm going to attend the Pride Parade so that you can know that I'm at ease with you so that you can vote me in. Or if you're a quote unquote Christian, I'm obviously going to go to a church and play church so that you can think that I'm Christian so that you can vote me in. It's strategic. And for those of you that are claiming to be smart, especially some of you with quote unquote degrees and diplomas, you would know very well that she did this strategically. It was not necessarily because she really cared about you. The Democrats never really cared about people, never really cared about black people. I don't know why y'all slow to thinking that. And for those of y'all believing that Donald Trump is still racist, you really got to grow up and get a backbone or something like that. He was never racist. Never, ever, 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 ever racist. Never racist. The enemy is accuser of the brethren, so of course he has to throw something out there like that. But that man was never racist. The moral of the story is he's president. It has been extreme relief ever since she got voted in. God is going to build this nation up piece by piece with this man in office, and everything will be restored. So for those of you Kamala Harris supporters, it's time to heal up. It's time to heal up. And y'all not really hurt. It's demons that's with y'all and in y'all that's really upset that he won. Because Satan no longer has this America and this nation in a headlock. And y'all really can't even be talking about hate. Y'all are wishing death upon people, upon the Republican Party. And let me just say this, I highly advise you stop wishing death on people. There are some men and women of Christ that are in the Republican body. If you are indeed wishing death upon Christians that are part of the Republican body, however, God says the rain falls on the just and the unjust. However, if you are wishing death upon anybody in the Republican Party, do not be surprised when some part of your life reaches a devastation. I don't know if necessarily it'll be your life. I don't know if necessarily it'll be something that pertains to you. But it is obviously very dangerous. Y'all are letting the enemy use your mouths as gates to pronounce death upon people that God has a hand on. I advise you before you start opening up and having a random outburst and just acting extremely ridiculous on a camera, wishing all kind of foul things on people. I would really ask the Lord, especially if you are quote unquote a Christian, I would ask the Lord to put you in check. Because you don't know what kind of arrows you are shooting back to your camp because you are wishing death upon a party. And then on that note, from other than a spiritual perspective, that just means that y'all are not full of love. Ain't nobody bullying me into believing what they think they should believe in. So for the most part, cut me off, block me. Matter of fact, don't even contact me ever again. This is what God wants. It's his will. You either fall in line or go cry about it. It's nothing you could do about it.